hearing. We got a dope keys and conversation for today. If you notice, the crew is mixed up a little bit. Normally, Kenny is on here cussing at all of us, but today we got a we, we got a special guest. There might not be no cussing today, so if you showed up for the cussing, there won't be no cussing
Amen.
unless Sheridan started to cuss, you know.
No, sir.
But we got a special guest in the building today with us for this conversation. None other than the from ATL right now by way of Oakland, all the way from his basement. Y'all know him. I call him the Rev. Uh, but you guys know him as Yaahn Yhunter Jr. That's Hunter. Y'all give it up for Yaahn Yhunter in the building, man.
Hey,
Welcome to
what's
the screen,
going
Rev.
on? Appreciate you, Rev. Appreciate you, man. Good
Yes,
to be on.
sir. And y'all know Sheridan. Y'all know Sheridan. Sheridan's in here. Yep. So we locking in
I mean,
today.
don't say it so disappointingly. You sound disappointed, John. Dang. Y'all know
It's
Sheridan.
Sheridan. He's
He
always
mad
here.
because we ain't gonna have no cussing on the stream today.
I know,
Listen, we
man.
saved.
Kenny keeps it right. We
saved.
should have just brought him. We should have made him come in just so he can cuss, even if he doesn't know nothing about
Come
the
on
MP.
in the room.
Just come on in and cuss at us a couple of times. But
There you
no, I had to bring Yaahn in on this conversation because you know what I'm saying? He is the MP King. I mean, featured on Akai's channel, doing tutorials. This dude has been an MPC kid since he was a kid. So
Yeah.
I definitely wanted him in on this conversation because it's about bringing in value and really digging in and talking about it. So I decided to drop in and talk about MP because I think it warrants a conversation. I dropped a video. Was it Thursday or Friday? I think it was Friday. That joint thing got like 15K views over the weekend just talking about
Yeah.
this joint, the MPC Key. So I'm like, oh, y'all talking about y'all into the MP now. That's where we at. All right, bet. Let's talk about the MP. You know what I'm saying? Let's get in and have some conversation about it. So yeah, 2026. I think I know we said it during NAM that it'd be like the year of the organ, but you know, MPC Akai dropped the XL because I did a review
Yeah.
on that. I got it over there. XL on us, and that was a surprise to some. You know, those that were in the community kind of knew it was coming, but you know, it dropped in. So, how you guys feeling about where we are with the state of the MPC in 2026? Because I've stated my views in my video the other day, but how are you guys locking in with it?
I'll say it's in the best state it could ever be in. Honestly, it's sort of
Mm-hmm.
become more about the customer, the new gen customer coming
Yeah.
in, more so than the legacy users. And so now they're getting a whole new demographic of people that have coming, that's coming from FL Studio,
True.
that's coming from, just the DAW workspace, and they're showing interest into hardware because they've been born in the box. So now they're trying to experience what it's like to be outside the box now.
Outside the
So
box.
so
Yeah.
I think it's the best state it could ever be in terms of the customers. But sound quality, that's a different conversation. Opposed to like what character and saturation is it really adding?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like the old school parts and stuff like that? That's been the more controversial conversation
Yeah.
around it. But overall, I think it's in a good space.
Likewise. I like that take. What you thinking, Sheridan? State of MP. I mean, you just getting back into it,
So
you said yourself, right?
yeah, so I think you guys can kind of co-sign on this too for a long time, especially for the last decade or more. The MPC, matter of fact, the last couple decades, the MPC has been a great staple in the church, in the black church specifically. And just for
Mike
me,
Burrell.
it's
Yep.
we ain't gonna start that argument again. But for me, I definitely have an appreciation of what is established in the church. On the flip side, the limitations of its use not from what it's not capable to do, but what people didn't know it was capable to do, has always for me been frustrating. Because I'm like, dude, we using this for beats and loops,
Yeah.
which is cool, and it actually enhanced a lot of records. I mean, you heard records like Chicago Mass, all the Chicago people, New York people. You know, even some of your hip hop producers turned gospel record producers use this machine on their records, but we never really in the church got the full use of what it was capable of, just because it's a sampling machine, which we'll talk a little bit more about that. But the state, as to where it is now, from what I've seen, from what I know, I think MP is moving. I mean, Akai is moving in the right direction with the way that they're going with this. I think one of the best things that they ever could have done was turn this into a keyboard, because it always has been. It's always been a module, especially with this. The greatest evolution for me, or I won't say the greatest, but a great evolution for me was switching to this live format with the big screen, with the actual plugins that you can actually download stuff Wi-Fi. With the Cat 6 Ethernet, you got, I mean, just the features that they've added to this to make it a more functional machine, but also to acclimate to the times has definitely justified this as an instrument that will survive a lot more. Some of those that we see going bankrupt. All right, I give it back to you.
It's good. No, it's a dope take. So like I said, I've been talking about it on the channel for the last couple of weeks, kind of digging in with it. And I was really surprised because, again, coming from a church background, that was my framework. I always thought MPC 2000 XL, that heyday of when we all saw it, you know, we all know it. We're all familiar with that era, with the Jason Whites and the Mike Burrell era, that really popularized it for us in the church. I'm not saying that they are the innovators or they are the ones who started using it. We're not going to have that argument today. We're talking specifically about popularity. You know what I mean? Who brought it mainstream, and when we all started seeing it pop up online and wondering where is that coming from. So I think it's an interesting like dichotomy that's been created between MP in the church and MP in the production, beat maker, producer world, because, you know what I'm saying, they live equally in both worlds, you know what I'm saying, like, and have served both audiences, you know what I'm saying, in both worlds equally as well. You know what I'm saying? Because you talk to anybody from the church, it's like, yo, this is where we doing the loops. We pulling out the MP. It's time to get down and dirty. It's time to lock in for church, blah, 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 boom. But then you talk to a beat maker, you talk to somebody who's in the production world, they like, nah, this is where we start the track. This is where it all begins, and this is where it pops out. So I know, Yaahn, I think you got the most interesting perspective, which is why I wanted you in on this conversation, because you have been on MP since day one, and then you came up in that under Jason, under Mike, all of that. So you know MP for church. And now we see it in real time, you utilizing MP in production. So speak to both of those worlds for us a little bit. Like, what is that? I mean, that's my take on it, where you kind of see it from that perspective. But how do we get here, and how do you see that those lines crossing?
Definitely. I think you gotta give it up to your goats like Kevin Bond,
Oh yeah, Kevin. Yeah, definitely.
Dark Child, and they were innovators in both doing gospel, believe it or not. And so, but Dark Child specifically, and Warren Campbell, I can't not forget Warren Campbell is another one using the 3000. So they were, as the church would say, suckala producers. And so they get hit, a client is a client. So they get hit up by, Donald Lawrence, or they may get hit up by, I think, what was her name? Natalie Wilson, SOP.
Oh, yeah, SOP.
Shout out to Flip, Doc. Flip Wilson, whatever.
So, all of them. So it's like, because I think she had Dark Child do a few joints. And so they're going to use what they use, which is the MPC, especially the 3000 at the time. So what you're seeing in church is the it's sort of like the aftermath of like where they use this in the studio. This is what they normally would use
Yeah.
in their main field anyway. So they're just using their tools. And so it kind of spilled over into the church. You have Kevin Bond using full blown computers and live recordings.
That was like in that 90s, early
yeah,
90s,
90s
smacking us.
yeah.
Crazy.
So you have like that. These two worlds are sort of colliding around them using what they would normally use in their professions, and then we come into a church setting where Mike is obviously has seen the predecessors, the senseis using it in live recordings. Then he arrives on the scene and says, hey, I want to use this in a big setting like the Church of God in Christ Convocation, Holy Convocation. And this is where we see it hit the massive scene that all your jurisdictions and all over the world would see it. So I think that's sort of where that collide is happening. And even to this day, if you see Dark Child Studio, he still has his 3000 set up. He's running Logic, but he has his 3000, to his left, or to the time I was watching. He might be doing what he's doing now, but I digress. So that's where that is coming from. But for me, I was first using it to make beats, to make records,
And this was before church?
Yeah,
For
this
you?
was when I was playing drums at church.
Okay.
I was playing drums at my dad's church, and so I wanted to make beats, but nobody knew that. But that was my thing, like being 13, 14 years old. So I got the 2000 XL when I was like 13, and I started making beats with that, and then I learned how to MIDI up my Motif ES6 with it, and then, but even before then, I learned how to MIDI up the D20 with it. I learned how to MIDI up the Ensoniq SQ1. So I was early into production at a very young age, like learning what MIDI was and connecting things. And so I would make my beats on the MP, and then what I would do is I would get a MIDI track and then play the keyboards, the D20 or the Ensoniq, and it would record my MIDI events in the MPC and control the keyboard. But the crazy part about it is it didn't record the audio. It just recorded the events.
It was like a sequencer.
So I went through the hell of trying to pull up a project, and then you hit play, and then instead of it being a piano, it's a timpani. Instead of it being drums, it's I've been there. I know about that. You got to make sure the channels is all corresponding. So I went from that to then bringing it in church, because I came up on Bishop Larry Trotter and the Weatherspoons, and they were using the MPC. And I knew it was the MPC because I heard those same R&B sounds from Brandy to Monica to Boys to Men to New Jack Swing. I heard those same sounds, and I knew, I was like, nah, that's that MP. They put the MP in church. So I was trying to emulate what they were doing. So I had a completely different sound pack of what we were using in church. We were using more of the R&B heavy sounds, the snaps, the big loud triangles, the triangles that bust everybody's eardrums in church. We had those before C-Dub triangle. It was it was the MP triangle, piercing the ears of everybody. So yeah, I was using that. Then of course Ricky Dillard, his early records, they were using sound. They could have been using a different sequencer, but that was like the template for me. So it wasn't until later to wrap this up. It wasn't until about like it wasn't until like 2000, and I would say maybe 9 or 10 that I actually started using the West Coast sounds, the big claps, and and not only that, but even just the sequencing style. I didn't adopt that until like 2010, 9 or 10.
Yeah.
But before then, it was
started taking off anyway.
Exactly. So
in Kojic, that is.
Right. So that's kind of like me using both. So it ended up with me using the MPC full time, both in the studio and in the church, going back and forth, back and forth. So
and that was the XL, right?
Yes, that was a 2000 XL. So I had the gray one at the church, then I had the blue one at the house.
Nice.
So yeah, so I ended up getting two of them. Found one on eBay. Somebody didn't know what they had. I was like, oh yeah, I got
Dang.
it.
That's always the
Yeah,
case.
Yeah.
yeah. They didn't know what it was, so I lucked up.
But how does that evolution grow? Okay, so now fast forward, let's jump up to the 2020s. You know what I'm saying? Now we hear you in the white studio, you in ATL, you on the other side of the United States. And how is MPC fitting into your workflow now?
You know, it's more transparent and more consistent because of the content and stuff. You know, keeping the videos and everybody and the classes and stuff. So it's starting to become more of my daily workflow. And then
Yeah.
me being in Ableton, it just goes hand in hand because now you can save your MPC project as a
Right.
Ableton live set. So I can literally just go straight into Ableton and finish the whole thing, you know, as a Ableton live set. So it's been very, very instrumental, and gotten a few placements with the MPC
Wow.
stuff that I was doing too. So
That's crazy.
um, I put down the MPC officially in 2015, but I had the MPC Renaissance
I remember that one.
from 2012 to 2014. I had it for 2 years because I wanted to, you know, incorporate that more into my production again. And the Renaissance,
Mhm.
you know, is just a controller.
Yeah.
But I did notice a difference when I used the MPC Renaissance and using the MPC software,
Yeah.
and that was like the 1.0 software. So yeah, I was using 1.0 with Logic, and I was getting some massive sound out of it, man, just using the software and the Renaissance together. But eventually,
Yeah.
I retired the MP in 2015, and then I went all in on Logic, programming the drums in there. Just
Yeah.
started to become more convenient. Didn't have to bounce stuff down. So I left, and then I came back to the MPC officially in, I think, 2023. Yeah, 2023 is when I came back to the 2.0, and it's got all the sounds in there, and it can
Yeah.
record audio, and it's a DAW on wheels. I'm like, this is,
It's a different machine.
yeah,
It's a
far
way
different
different machine.
from completely. So yeah, so that's kind of like the transition from 14 to where I'm at now.
Nice. So
Yeah.
Sheridan, on your side, what's your history? Because I know you're utilizing history in church. It's just the church
Yeah.
framework. So talk
Yeah,
to
let
us
the
on
church
that
say
aspect.
amen.
Because now we got production with Yaahn.
So
Now we got church with you. Tell me what that perspective has been for you.
So it's funny to hear Yhunter talking about it because we crossed paths on a lot of things. Again, I'll go back and say shout out to Flip Wilson, Joe Flip Wilson, New York, Natalie Wilson, and SOP. Actually,
Natalie.
not the same record. Her first record, Your House Won't Stand. Like them joints when they clicked off that MP, it was just a different sound. So you heard records like that back in the day. Some of the ones that Yaahn mentioned, and it was just a different sound, a different feel. Of course, we were in the world of how do we get that sound, but not really because technology wasn't as accessible as it is now. So fast forward into the early 2000s, and you know the Roland series,
The MV.
the 20, yeah, the
Mm-hmm.
MV, and then the 2480, the 20, those multi-track players and sequence, well, not sequencers, but multi-track recorders became famous. You always see people either running around with a 2000 XL or their rolling multi-track, the VS, I think is what it was called. I had an 840 and an 880, and you know I was digging into that world, but I really didn't. It didn't give me like I was. It was kind of like when stems started to become barely popular among your nerds.
Yeah.
So fast forward to I started playing at a church to where I wanted that sound, I wanted that consistency, and I had always seen people with the 2000 XLs, with the 2000s, you know, and I had alongside them been able to do things on them, but not really immerse myself in that tech. Understood what it was, but really didn't have access to that like I wanted to.
Yeah.
And then they dropped that MPC 1000, and it changed the game for me. Hear me? So I bought one, took it to church. I mean, loops for everything. You didn't hear one note before you heard the click
Yeah,
track
exactly.
on every song. You didn't hear one note. You heard that click track first. Yeah, and like I was saying earlier, I borrowed a lot of my programming from the Chicago boys, Chicago Mass Choir, New Direction, Joshua Troop. Like they were notable. I don't know who did the programming. Y'all know who did the programming, but I don't know who did the programming for them. But they were very consistent in that vein. Then you start to see it popularize. You heard it a lot with, like Yaahn said, Jason White, Mike Burrell. I mean, some of those notable records with like your Judy McAllisters and all that. I mean, you heard that. So having access to that, you know, it developed my curiosity there. But the biggest issue with it, especially the MPC 2000 XL, is the file transfer. In order to get the files and the samples, you had to get these big zip disks. And then they went to the floppy, but even still, you got to be careful, because if you hit that thing, it's going to skip or it's going to stop. So, and then the file transfer, you got what was it? The SCSI drives that you had to have and all of that. Yeah. So, developing that technology with the 1000, the blue and red 1000, which didn't have as much memory. Then the black 1000, then the 2500. I started out with the black 1000, then got the 2500. In my current church, brought the 2500. I went to, and I came to my, let me do this in a line.
Okay.
I came to my current church, 2008, and they had in the closet a 4000, MPC 4000. And I'm like, dude, what are y'all doing? Y'all not using no MP. Y'all got this 4000 sitting in the closet. So what did I do? I pulled it out the closet. I went to go see what samples I had on there. It didn't really have a whole lot on there, but I talked to my boy. I said, hey, bro, I'm taking this home. Took it home for about a week. Went to college on it. It's probably the worst MP that I've ever worked on, because it just had so much. It was ahead of itself technologically. Had a disc drive on there. I mean, you could built in. Yeah, you could do a whole record on there, a CD drive. You could do a whole record on there, mix, master it, and all of that. But I mean, you would have to be like a science professor to be able to do it. So, dug into that thing, started using it for loops on Sundays, and it was cool. But I finally got them to downgrade via upgrade to the 2500. And now, you know, they've released the live and all of those. So the evolution that I've experienced with this it's been actually crazy. And again, to see them where they're at now with these keyboards is actually super dope. Again, what I was saying before with them adding the synths in and being able to utilize this as more of like a rack other than just a beat machine is dope, and it speaks to what they're moving towards. And I know we're going to talk about that later. One thing that I mentioned earlier is that it frustrated me because a lot of people didn't use this to its potential. I mean, you have let's go back to the 2000 XL. You have 2 MIDI ins, 2 MIDI outs. You have 8 audio outs. Actually, 10 audio outs, I believe.
Stereo, and then
and and it was set up to where you could, you know, sample and you could export all your stuff separately. But then what Yaahn did, I did too, plugged a few keyboards up to it and had it to where I was sequencing stuff, but I was never brave enough to use it anywhere. I would always do it like in the studio or something like that. And then I would record it and rinse and repeat. So I would never use it in church because Lord have mercy. That would be, talk about some be pipe organ. And
bro.
Flames.
For me, this was the first sequencer before they developed sequencers in keyboards. I was one of the nerds that tried to figure out the Roland series, the XP80, XP50 series. That was crazy. But even with those keyboards that didn't have the sequencers and your rack modules that didn't have the sequencers, plugging this MP up to them, changing the MIDI channels and all of that stuff to acclimate to what you wanted to do. It was college. But I'm glad they where they at now, because now you got a lot of stuff in the box.
It's locked in. And sure. That's valuable. And like I said, my journey was nothing like y'all's. That's why I needed to bring the experts on that's been from the 2000 all the way up to now the lives and the X and the keys and all of this stuff. Because my first introduction to a beat machine, well, I saw the what's it called back in the day, the MPs back in the day, but they were just we were poor. We were broke growing up. Ain't wasn't nobody talking about getting no MP. No MPs back then was expensive. You talking about 3-4 bands, you spend it on an MP back then. And I knew not even to ask my dad that. We couldn't even afford the lint that was in our pocket. That was
Pawn
too
shops and
expensive.
Goodwills, Doc. Pawn shops and Goodwills.
Man, we couldn't even afford Goodwill. We were broke. The only goodwill we had was the goodwill towards men. That's the only goodwill we had. We didn't have no goodwill. We didn't have nothing, none of that. And if I found an MP in Goodwill, good God Almighty. But yeah, nah, man, we was in. So I actually started on a Lisa's joint. I don't know if y'all remember. It was like a little Lisa's
Yeah.
beat machine
Yeah.
that they had
Absolutely.
back in the day. There was a little bitty little something, had a little SD card thing on it. Eventually, I think the one that I had, I can't even remember the model number. But either way, when I first got into it, Machine was my first like introduction to pads, 16 pads, and production like that. I got into Machine, which they beat Akai at their own game getting into the box before they did. Because they I think Machine dropped in like 09. And then the MPC software didn't actually drop. They didn't get into the software game until like 12, 13, from what I remember. But the Machine came out in 09. And so I think 10 was when I got Machine. And so that was my kind of my flow into that. So fast forwarding into where we are now, a few years ago, I picked up when the MPC Key came out, I picked it up, and it was literally just for sampling. I wasn't even like digging into it like for production or anything. It was like, oh, I heard some sounds on there that was pretty dope, and I might want to like use that for some sound design for some things that I was thinking about. But it wasn't until maybe about 4 or 5 months ago that I just actually dug in when MPC 3, whatever, 3.7 or whatever came out. And I was like, yo, I've been had this thing for 2 years. Let me see what this is talking about. And I started digging in and I was like, no, this is different. This is way different. This is actually one of the dopest workstations as far as with the keyboard. Not even digging into the song. I was like, yo, this is the perfect scenario for what we need as producers. And I didn't realize it had gotten that deep in the MPC world, because my brain was still clocking MPC, church, click tracks. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking like click tracks. Oh, this is click tracks, but they just added sounds to it. But when I started digging, I'm like, no, wait a minute, this is a computer in a box with keys. And it's got a hard drive thing on the bottom of it where I can put extra space in it.
Yep.
That's crazy. And then I started digging into the sequence. I'm like, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, it's got an interface. Of course, it's got an interface, but it's got all this. And I was just like, a whole new world, Aladdin flying on the magic carpet. Like just blown away with it. And I was literally asleep on it until recently. And so now I'm all the way in on the ecosystem with it, and I love it, but there's still a lot of things, especially when I got the MPC XL, and that joint is super crazy. And I did a video on it a couple of weeks ago. That joint got 16 gigs of RAM, 256 gig hard drive, 8-core processor. This joint got better specs than most people's computer that they got. They're like laptop that they got. And so I said some things on the video, and I said the same thing on my MPC Key review, that I love this premise, but it's still missing a few things that would just make it chef's kiss. And for me, and we can talk about this and dig into this and discuss it with our our live audience. I feel like, and you guys can tell me what you guys think. I love pushback, so I want to know what you guys think about it. For me, third party VST integration into here or into the MPC ecosystem would be crazy. And even if not that, because that's not a hill that I would die on. Apart from that, a better key bed, because I don't know what the 37 is like, but the 61 is trash. It's just trash. It's a terrible key. It's a terrible key bed. It's the loudest clicky clacky thing that they've made. But it's just a few other little things. It's another thing I'm thinking about. But what do you guys think about that in terms of that? While I think about my third point,
It's coming. It's more integration is coming. They started with splice integration.
Splice.
So now you can pull up your splice library in your MPC. You can, whatever you do on splice will automatically update on your MPC. You just need to hit the refresh on the MP, and it'll do that. The second is you got your native instruments collaboration. That just went down. They're now, and they've been in bed with Native Instruments for about a year or two now.
Dum dum dum.
So,
But what's
yes,
cooler? But I get that. But
and then plugin. I think what's
plugin
the one
alliance.
with the, I think the one with the strings. I forget. I forget
Oh,
the name of
Spitfire.
it. Spitfires. Yeah. So they're so there's more integration coming. With third parties. It's not the full blown like Keyscape or something like that, because obviously that would be OD.
Yeah.
But you are seeing more of the mobile version formats of like your Native Instruments and Spitfire.
But they
now
didn't do
hitting.
contact though. That was one of the things that I was wondering. Like, okay, I saw the Native Instruments thing, and I was like, that's interesting. But I got excited. But then I was like, oh no, they just threw a couple of their glaze and a couple of the
It's a
urban
few.
libraries that they did.
Yeah, it's a few.
But they didn't do like full blown. Well, not even full blown. Not even just contact. Even if you had
So
something like contact built in, that would like change the game for everybody.
so I don't have the inside track. But I'm more so I try to pay attention to what's going on with trends and all of that.
Yeah.
Of course we have Native Instruments that's going through their struggles that
Yeah.
they're going
Right.
through right now. So their integration is definitely strategic, but look on the flip side though, too, one of the greatest things to ever happen to, and I mean, agree, disagree, is in music brands now owns Akai, and have for a little bit. And the fact that they're connected to so many other companies that are in that conglomerate, it's definitely going to show its face with future products. It has to. So, I mean, my opinion on this product, they're going in the right direction. I think Keybed, they ain't really thinking about that because they're not catering to, honestly, they're not catering really to keyboard players right now. They're catering to producers, and producers ain't really worried about keybeds because you're not doing gigs with this board. You're creating and using it for inspiration. So you don't care how the keys feel as long as they play the notes and they have the correct response, which, kind of hand in hand somewhat, but not really. Right. The versatility of this board, it's eons ahead. I mean,
absolutely.
Even just from the Wi-Fi aspect, the only person or the only company that I've seen, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but the only company that I've seen touch Wi-Fi and from a minimal standpoint would be Roland, and that was when they've done the Wi-Fi, the dongles that you can use. To communicate with your boards. Or like even with the Integra 7, you can interface with an iPad app. So Akai's killing everybody on that.
They're killing it.
There's several other areas
so let me push back.
that they're stretching into, though.
The pushback that I have on that is because you was talking about the keybed and that it's catered towards producers. I get that. That's where their audience has been for 30 years, right? But I'm advocating for it because I see deeper potential. So imagine an 88 key version of this, weighted keys. Akai dropped a joint like about a decade ago that was an MPK, the
Oh
the
yeah,
baby joints, but it was like an 88 key MPK. That is the best key bed I felt in a MIDI controller. Period. And the
it was
only thing that
weighted.
was up, it was weighted. The only thing that upstanded that was the Kawhi bed in this Kawhi VPC1. That was the
That's a tall
best.
order, John.
That was the best key bed I had felt at the time. Now
That is a tall order.
that was a dope
Right.
key bed. I'm talking excited about it. I wanted it so bad, but at the time I couldn't afford it. But that was a dope key bed. Uh, Pairing that, bringing that back, because it was literally the same layout. It was literally the same layout as the key. I mean, you had the pads, you had the screen, you had like faders, you had all of that stuff that was catered for a MIDI controller at that time, right? Bring that layout back, 88 weighted keys with the new MPC software, with the new processing power, plugins, everything that they got, clip mode inside of the MPC software is akin to Ableton. Like
Mhm.
it functions just like Ableton. You got clips. So for all of the cats that's running live stems and stuff like that and using Ableton, if you had a board with the level of power, 8-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM, a hard drive, unlimited space that you can put in there, 88 keys weighted with the MP software.
But let me push back on your pushback though. So for me, let me for me, I see the beauty in not trying to be all things to all people.
Exactly.
I mean, when I think of a board that I'm gonna bring out on a gig, I'm not thinking of anything Akai unless I need some loops. Now, from a production standpoint, if you created an environment to where you can you can run stems, you can integrate perfectly with your Ableton situation. Cool. I mean, I'm not gonna hold you. Even I don't have a MPC key.
Yeah,
And right
you got
now,
the
I don't feel
live.
like I need one because everything that y'all got on an MPC key with the exception of a few functions, I can plug up to any one of these synths and get so that it becomes a rack module for me if I want to use the sounds. If I want to integrate it into my setup, if I want to if I got to go do a gig and I want to run everything from the MP, MIDI cable, and my audio outs, and I can
So
do
you would
that.
use it as a
So
rack.
I don't need 88 keys. I don't need that. I mean, again, when you see these instruments, especially that doggone MPC XL, emphasis on the XL, you ain't carrying that thing nowhere.
No, you're not carrying
That
it
mug
around.
is that
Right.
mug is
Yeah.
huge, but it's going
No.
to
And for
be the
the
centerpiece of a studio, and it's going to
yeah.
play an integral
Definitely.
part in that studio. So having like a 88 weighted key MPC key, nah, I don't see the point in that. I mean, you have too many other instruments that are thriving in that market and ones that are on the come up with brands that have been thriving in that market. So, I mean, I get it. I understand what you're saying,
Yeah,
but
I'm
the
saying they
one
can
thing
eat
that
the entire market with that.
I
Yeah.
appreciate Akai for this. Again, we just talked about how Akai had impact in churches, how everybody was using the MPC at one point to run their loops, but Akai didn't care so much about the church that they left everybody else out and started catering to the church. They were like, all right, that's cool that y'all doing that, and y'all giving us a lot of market share from that. But we
Right.
still got these producers over here, so we're gonna do things to create this
Oh, that's a
instrument
big market. Yeah, I get that.
that caters to producers too, because this is at the root of it all a sampler. And then where y'all gonna be at in 15 years? Because now look at it. You have so many people that are dropping the MPC that are going straight Ableton, that are going straight other interfaces and straight DAWs for stems. So you don't have a big MPC church world as you did maybe in the earlier 2000s, moving on up to the 2010s and 20s.
Yeah, and I'll jump in on that
Jump in.
too,
What you
because
think,
there's
Yaahn?
well, it's the type. So you think of you got to think of it as the best piece of hardware for the style or niche or set market in that space, because you have a lot of people performing on the MPC now.
Right.
You got the live, format, but also people do integrate this with Ableton. It has Ableton Live Link, where you can actually launch your Ableton clips from your MPC. You can also record into your MPC while Ableton is running in real time. So you can
Powerful.
set it to go either way. So you can literally run Ableton, press start, and then you can get on your MPC and add stuff into it in real time, and it will literally sync up. It's called Ableton Link. And so you can actually launch clips. This was
Yeah.
before the new Matrix functionality. This was back in 2.0 that
Yeah.
you can do that. So it's just a part of the market of what type of performance are you doing, because you can run stems in the MPC. When
Yeah.
people do their live performances on the MPC, they're using stems. They're
For
using
sure.
acapella vocals. They're triggering them. They're running them, all in real time, and they're actually capturing their performance in real time, where they can actually go back and play what they did, or save it or export it into an Ableton, or now, in the recent update, you can bounce it down as an MP3
Yeah.
straight out of the MPC. So it's just a different type. I think for the gospel side of running stems, that means a gajillion tracks, strings, horns, and all this different stuff. Yeah, it's OD. You're
It's
outside of the
definitely OD. I'm asking for
it's
OD though.
it's outside of the domain of what most people are going to be using. They'll end up, investing, millions of dollars into a 0.0003% of users are actually going to
I think it's
use.
bigger than that though. I think it can be
It's
bigger.
not.
I mean, now you
It's
know me.
Not for
I
the
am the
capability of the instrument.
Go ahead and so
I
what I
see
want
stuff.
y'all to do, rewind the live stream and ask John when did he get started on the MPC, and he just told on himself.
God bless you. God
So,
bless you.
rewind the
All
stream
right.
about
Okay.
20,
Okay.
40 minutes,
Okay.
and then
Okay.
you'll
So we're
see.
gonna go there. Okay. Okay. But still, when I get into something and when I get like enthralled by something, like my brain goes OD. Like, and I'm trying to max it out. You know what I'm saying? And this, I said it on my video. I said, this is so dope to me that I don't want to use anything else. I don't want to use anything else. I would sit with this as I would use my computer as a computer. I would use it as a email communication, all of the little things we do with computer. I would produce with this. I would do everything from start to finish. The problem is I can't do everything from start to finish in it. It's still
Because I was going to say, if you're going to do that, then sell me all them keyboards that's right on that.
But I would sample everything into it. I would go all in on MP. The problem with that I have with it is that I love it so much. People think that I'm hating on it. I'm not hating on it. It's actually I'm loving on it. I love it so much that I want more out of it than what it's able to give me. You know what I'm saying? What kind of relationship is that?
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
but
to that though, the point of the MP is the healthy limitation. The limitation is what makes it what it is. It's always been that way for years. Like when I decide to use the MPC, I know for a fact I'm not going to have my boards. I'm not, especially with the Live 3. I don't have
Yeah.
any notes. I don't have no keys, but I have pads.
Yeah.
And now I get to express my creativity a different way and use the limitation as the best resource or the best asset. That's what makes this thing so dope, is that limitation. So when you get on your Key 61, your mind has to turn off everything you have available to you, and it's designed for you to focus in on these simple 16 tracks, these simple, now 32 tracks, these simple 32 tracks, and it's expanding, so it's getting there. So I agree with you on the progression of where it is going, because it is expanding. It was only 8, now you had 16, now 32, which is nice. But it's based on that simplicity, and that's what makes it so dope. And why you're hooked on it is because of the simplicity of it. It's like, oh man, I just laid something else down. Oh
Yeah,
man, I just laid
2
some. Oh,
seconds.
I ain't got Keyscape. Oh, I ain't got. It's
You
like that's
start.
the
You
point.
gotta go. Then I gotta plug it up to my computer. I gotta
Yeah.
do all of that stuff, and then it falls apart for me at that point in my mind. This is just where I'm at. It falls apart for me because I'm like, well, what I got standalone for? Just make it a MIDI controller. Forget that. Forget all this standalone stuff. I don't need that. Just plug it up to the
Yeah.
computer at that point. At
It's
that
like all
point,
or nothing.
yeah, for
Yeah.
me, I'm that type of guy.
So
That's just
let
who I
me,
am. This
but
type of guy.
John, we've had this conversation though, and we had this conversation. We were just talking about cameras, literally probably a couple of hours ago.
Right.
Is having things that do the job that they do well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Even my Moog Muse, I feel like I sound like I'm pitching myself to end music. I'm not really, but if y'all want to holler at me, get at me. I'm just saying.
I'll let your boy.
But my Moog Muse, the reason why I wanted an analog board, and again, at this point, I have the Phantom, which is my
It's your goat.
my all in all. That's the GOAT. That's the number one.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah.
all the rest of these other keyboards, but I wanted an analog synth so that I could limit myself, because I'm gonna tell you, I was doing a record. I'm lying. I was not doing a record. I was observing
don't
those who
lie.
were doing a record and supporting those.
Okay.
let me not misspeak on God's on Beyonce's internet. I was supporting those who were doing a record, and I watched this guy come in and do colors. Big, huge record. Watch this guy come in and do colors. This guy came in with a Mellotron Micro, Mellotron Mini, and a Prophet 6 or 5, one of the two. And he had guitar pedals. He had the Chase Bliss, the one with the 4 faders, with the reverb. If I told y'all what record it was, like, he did all of the colors in this record, the pads, all of that stuff on a Prophet 6, bro.
Yep.
The reason why he was able to execute that is because he didn't have to spend time menu diving, making this do that, but he had simplistic functionality out of the units that he chose, and he knew exactly this pedal makes great reverbs and great delays, and it's going to support my pad. I can play this patch, or I can just dial in these sounds into this Prophet to make this pad, and when I couple the two together, it's going to be what it is. The simplicity of it all is what makes you creative. When you get 16 boards around you that can do, or you get one board around you that can do everything, then you don't have any the more access you have, the less creativity you have to lean on to get a pure product. So I'm with the simplicity of it all.
Huh?
Yeah, access.
Yeah,
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. So I'm with the simplicity of it all, because I mean, even the other day, John, when you called me, you was like, you've been messing with your MP, and I'm like, bro, it's been collecting dust since I haven't been able to have to use it. We're gonna say it like that. Since I haven't had to use it. He was like, well, and we had the conversation. I was like, you know what? I actually need to fool with it, because I need to do some stuff with it anyway. So I'm gonna turn it on, and turned it on and made a little beat. Little corny little beat. I mean, it was all right, but it was, and I was like, man, what am I doing? Like, I got this powerful instrument that has made me creative, and all I had was my MPC and my Novation Key 37. Hook that mug up via a USB cable, dog. A USB cable, and made a whole track. Like, that type of stuff is the stuff that makes you creative. So I'm done preaching, man. I'm sorry.
I can feel it. I feel it. I digress. I guess it's just who I am.
Nah, you want a whole grand piano. He want the
everything.
MPC Key grand.
Yeah, give me an EPC grand. Give me the whole thing. Give me a Kawaki bed in there. Give me like 16 gigs of RAM. Give me like unlimited tracks, VST support.
Nah,
I'm all in.
Nah, it's
like,
already
give me the
though.
whole
that
thing.
Wi-Fi splice functionality, the fact that you can hook it up to doggone Wi-Fi and connect to actual apps in there. Come on, bro.
Which is cool. The ecosystem is completely like crazy. Like OD. I love the ecosystem. The ecosystem is just where it's at. For me, I think one thing, if I had to speak to one thing, I would say with the Wi-Fi, they need to add Dropbox integration or something simple like that. Dropbox, Google Drive, even if we don't get all of the other stuff. Give me that. because then it gives you another inroad to get sounds in and out of the board wirelessly. You know what I'm saying? Instead of having to constantly connect the drive up over and over and over. That would be something that I would just give me that, and I'll leave y'all alone about all the other stuff.
Or just give it more storage.
Yeah.
I mean, but they gave it 256 on the XL. What's on the 3? What do they have on that?
Same 256. It's the same blood and
so
guts.
it's a ton of space, and then you got the external caddy on the bottom. You sweet on space. It's just the in and out for me.
Like it's so so get with the times. I understand that, but that's also the nostalgia of the instrument, because that's how you had to get sounds. You had to have a piece of hardware to transfer that sound from one place to another. You know, that's always.
But I say get with the times, like you said. Like,
yeah,
Dropbox integration could be super dope, because like you were talking about, like on the Live 3 now, you can drop it down to an MP3 when you finish.
Right? Yeah, where you can store it somewhere. I understand.
You can store it on the drive. So why not have like a Dropbox integration or a Google Drive integration, where when you finish that track, you literally can, your homeboy hits you up, yo man, can you put some drums on this for me real quick? Oh, absolutely. You hit that, boom, bounce it down to an MP3, drop it in Dropbox, send them the link. You don't got to plug your computer up. You don't got to transfer a file from here to there, then put it in Dropbox, then upload it to Google Drive. I'm just saying, like, that kills a state. Since we have Wi-Fi.
Yeah, I can see that. If
John just want everything, bro.
I want everything.
If it can land there,
I want to have it my way.
I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. If it can land somewhere, like if it can land somewhere, because I know for sure you're not going to get a link from the MP, but I know for sure, like as long as you got your phone nearby, you just hit update or hit the refresh on the Dropbox app from your phone, and then you can send it right away. So
that's the point I'm saying. It's just the quality of life.
Yeah.
So let me, Yaahn, I got a question for you, brother. Yeah. So because y'all see, I don't know what y'all haven't seen because I didn't have it on screen. But I'm MPC Live 2. Just recently MPC Live 2. I had the Live 1, got the Live 2 for 2 reasons. Again, church. Volume knob is on top. And the speaker. I was telling John, I had a situation where we had this little festival in the park. I had to make a quick loop, went out to my truck, and I had to plug into my aux so that I could hear what was going on in MP versus just hearing out of the speakers. But what would you say are the greatest benefits going from, and I don't know if you've had the 2, but going from like a 2 or like a 1 to like the 3, because I looked at 3 and I'm like, man, it's busy and it kind of looks like the 2, but
yeah, the 3 is basically doing what they know they could have done, but they wanted to test the waters out, which is the power. It's really a power thing. It's loading up faster. You can load up your plugins faster. Everything is more up to date. The step sequencer and stuff like that. I feel like that's, some people do use the step sequencer a lot because they know how to program in a way like FL.
Yeah,
so
FL.
I will give it that.
Yep.
Then the other benefit for church would be is now you have 4 quadrants per pad now, so you can have 4 sounds per pad. So you got more time. Yeah, so now that gives you twice as many pads. Now basically it was 16. Now it's going up to 32 pads basically. Yeah. So that's actually per bank. So
wait a minute, you say 4 quadrants per pad?
Like, on the Live 3 on the corners.
Yeah, the corners.
Okay. Yeah, then he can't see my top down, but basically on the corner,
what's callers over there?
Yeah, so basically the corners of each pad is can be used for a different sound. So
you can load 4 samples on one pad.
All right, so you see this. So you see right here. So each corner can load up a different sound.
Okay, that's crazy.
4 samples per pad.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy.
Touch sensitive and all of that.
Oh yeah, you can drag your finger across and get effects. You can do filter sweeps, all kinds of crazy stuff.
The XL has that too. So do you think that'll be on? Now I'm hoping against hope that we're gonna get an update on the Key 3761. My perspective would be that they're gonna add those features to
Mm.
the new version is what I'm thinking. You know what I'm saying? Since they're going through updating everything. They just updated the X to the XL. They updated the Live to the Live 3.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, one could logically deduce without a whole lot of speculation that at some point, even if it's not this year, that they're gonna add some of that stuff here.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough to say, to be honest, because they do have a way of icing out certain products to force you into the
That's true.
other. So it's really tough to say how they're going to go about this. But if you look at the trends of the Matrix, the
Mm,
trends of that sort of the arranger,
yeah, that's what I was just
stuff
about to
like
say.
the arranger, that we can safely say that it is a priority. Those are the priority new features. Is first the arranger, so they're
Yeah,
gonna have some type of compatibility, I would think, if
with
I
that.
were to speculate. So that's been the trend there.
Yeah,
Um, the
because
definitely
I
the
can't access that. Like to get to the arranger on the
you got to use
61
you got
or
a
the
menu
230,
dive.
yeah, you got a menu dive, and I got to jump in here and do all of that just to get there. But on the XL, it's literally just a button, boom, arranger, and you right in there,
Yeah,
like
same
two
on the Live
seconds.
3. So that's the most that I can say is that the the most that I can say on the matter is that we know that those are priority. Those two functionality, those two are like the main top priority. So
I could see that. I could definitely see that. Um, but we'll see. I think if they do that, even if they update it and give it the same feature set that the Live 3 has, because in my opinion, right now, and I said this on my XL video, that the Live 3 is the one to get, in my opinion. If you're getting the MPC and you're
same.
gonna spend that kind of money, you know, sub to plus $2,000, if you got that to put into a device like an MP, I wouldn't even mess with the key. I go Live 3 because of that 8-core processor, 16 gigs of RAM, and then you got all of the hard drive space plus the ability to expand ad nauseum with USB ports. You can, as a keys player, you and me and Sheridan was talking about this. As a keys player, like if you're playing in church or playing out live somewhere, you could literally sample in all of the same samples you guys throwing in on the Nord, on the MK, y'all throwing all of these samples and stuff in on all of these boards on the Yamaha and the Motif and all of that, and the montage and all of that. You could throw those same samples as XPMs into the Live 3, and you could have a whole situation with drums, keys, all of your samples. You could plug your MIDI controllers and everything up to it, and you can use it as a rack, like Sheridan was talking about earlier.
Well, yeah, ask Corey Henry.
You said ask
Yeah,
Corey.
hey.
Yeah,
Ask
now
Corey
Corey going
Henry.
crazy.
He's adopted it completely. Like that's the
So one thing I'll say, and again, I guess I don't know, I'm in music today.
you be
Is
you be standing for everybody.
listen, no,
Every
I mean it's a
stream.
good product. It's a good
It's
product
a
that I
good
stand
product.
by for sure. But one thing I will say is even for those people who have like I guess I'm answering a question that wasn't asked. Who is this for? If you got the MPC 1000, MPC 2000, I mean MPC 1000, MPC 2500, and you like the whole church thing,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if I say the MP is what it is, and I'll give you a couple of reasons why. Number one, I'll never forget I was doing this gig with this college choir in Baltimore. We came, they were getting ready to sing it again. You don't hear the song, you don't hear the first note until you hear the MP.
Mm-hmm.
I hit play start on the MPC 1000. Dude looked over and he couldn't see where it was. I guess it was like out of view, and he was like, "Is that an MP?" And I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Yeah," because you can feel it. It's different.
Yeah.
But those who had a 1000, 2000, or 1000, 2500, you can actually take your sequences, all your sequences that you have in the 2500, 1000, You can put them on a flash drive and load them up directly into
Yeah.
your MPC Live. So definitely for those. But I mean, I think it's a good time to hop on a train right now if you're still in that world and you still want to be in that world, just because, again, the play start function, we've mastered the art of hitting the space bar at the right time on the computer. But one other scenario that I had, and of course computers have this benefit, but with this MPC Live versus the older MPCs, Doc, have you ever had a power outage in church?
Oh, bro.
Have you ever had somebody
Yeah,
hit the power
absolutely.
strip and you was making loops? You came
That's
in,
real
you was
church
making
hurt.
loops in your 2000, I mean your 2500, your 1000, or any of the other ones, and you hadn't saved yet. With these having that battery powered in the MPC one, I don't know why they did that, but it ain't got a battery. It doesn't have battery.
Yeah.
But just having that too, I mean, it keeps you locked in. Again, the festival that I did, I was able to take that thing in my truck. I didn't have to plug it up to nothing because it has battery. And then I took it on the stage, and it has a great battery life. Took it on the stage, plugged it up, played it. I mean, again, if you have ideas that you just want to get to, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to, like, there's no buffer in between as well. There's not as much buffer in between. You don't have to go find cables, plug this up, plug that up, grab your headphones, plug into the unit, and start creating. And then, I mean, Yaahn, you've woken me up to the new integrations, because I, like you, I didn't really necessarily put the MP down, but I got monotone with mine to where, and just focused on one thing, is to where I just made loops. And I'm like, dude, this hasn't always been me, because I used to sample stuff. I was a Fruity Loops user, used to sample stuff and create with that. So I mean, you have the other side of that, is you can create a whole world of things with these units. So again, I ain't trying to turn this into the home shopping network, but that question that y'all didn't ask, who is this for? Is for them. But I will echo also what you guys said, that MPC Live being the one to get, because again, with the MPC Key ain't got batteries either, does it?
No.
Does it?
Okay, so yeah, that's another thing. And I mean, again, it sounds corny, but again, I sat at my desk the other day. I plugged my Novation up to my doggone Akai MPC Live and made a track. Didn't need nothing else. I didn't even need headphones because I had a speaker on the front of it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, capable unit. I'm just saying. The question y'all didn't ask. Amen.
Yeah,
That's value.
I think the other parts of it too is the new breakthrough in technology with the stem separation now on the Live
Oh
3.
yes. Yes.
It's definitely better. It's not the best, obviously, but it is definitely better, faster. It still takes some time to process, depending on how long your sample is, how many bars. But the capability is there. And then one thing that that really struck me with the 3 is the USB-C functionality. That right there is like a power stroke move.
Hold on, Doc. Hold on, Doc.
USB-C.
Doc, you speaking in tongues now, Doc. Tell us a little bit more about that USB-C, Doc. I told you I'm on the 2.
The USB-C goes both ways, so you can literally go into your computer and it can control the MP or vice versa. You can record your audio tracks into your DAW in real time now from the MP via Type-C. So
That's
you don't
crazy.
even need any audio cables anymore for audio transfer. It's all in one cable. Vice versa, you can sample stuff from your...
Too. I remember that,
Yeah, you can sample from your DAW into your MPC. You can record your multi-tracks. So, like, if I wanted to get, like, my Can't Hide Love joint, and for whatever reason, I wanted to get the kick, snare, hi-hat, and whatever, I could literally route that in the DAW with the processing, the Slate plugins, the SSL plugins. I could have all of that baked in and going into the MPC in real time and get those files to run the stems to perform it as a set now in the Matrix view. So that's a game changer. You can also sample from your phone. You can plug in your phone via Type-C into the MPC and actually sample your phone just like a record player or any other type of source that you wanted to use to sample. So I was using the Y cable, the 1/8-inch jack, converted into the USB or Lightning cable, excuse me, and then going into the audio in the back of the MPC.
Mm-hmm.
So those audio channels, now I don't need any audio cables
You
to
just do it
sample
straight over to
anything.
USB-C.
USB-C is the new power kill. Like they just said, F it, we're gonna do it. So that's a game changer.
If they did that with the key, if they did that with this, if they put the RAM, the processing power, USB-C, because it still got the regular USB on it. If they expanded that, even aside of the fact you ain't gonna give me my VST3, you ain't gonna give me my stuff that I want. Whatever in music, whatever.
88 weighted keys,
You ain't
Kawhi
gonna give me my
keyboard.
88 weighted keys.
Nah, let's just go all the way, man. Let's just put a real grand piano weighted keys
Even if
in
y'all
there.
not gonna give me
Yamaha
that.
C7.
Yeah. Well, they got the C7 in there. The C7 is in the piano, the stage piano.
No. The C7 notes, the key bed from the C7.
He's saying the physical.
The felts, the physical felts
the
in
physical
the machine.
Give me everything. Nah, but if they did that, I'm not gonna hold you. Even just those things, apart from the VST3, that would make it the best keyboard. It's already the best keyboard in my opinion, but that would make it just OD. Nobody's catching up to that anytime soon. I mean, it's just my opinion.
That functionality.
It's
still a sampler. You got to think of it as a ASR 10, bro. Like the MPC Key is like the new response to the ASR 10. You know what that was, right?
Yeah. That's the joint back in the day. Yeah.
The Insonic
that was Insonic.
Yeah, Insonic. But the point of it was a sampler based thing. It was a sampler with keys. So they're kind of paying tribute to the ASR 10 in a way. We're not getting the same color, I would argue, obviously, of a vintage unit like that. But it is the same concept.
I can see
it's the same concept. It's a sampler sequencer priority. Like they're always going to keep that priority versus it being a sound. Like I never thought of like, man, I'm about to get that Key 37 for that hot bass, doc. This got a bass in there, doc. That'll change your life, doc. Like I never thought of MPC. I never thought of the
doc
MPC.
Of it all.
It's the doc of it all.
Like, doc, man, you heard that new MPC bass? like I never thought of it that way. Like I've always thought of it as like as a sequencer sampler. Like in my opinion, it's the best sampler in the market, bro. It's the best sampler format in the market. Nothing can touch it. It's something about the satisfaction of hearing the sample and tapping the pads as you're hearing the sample and doing manual chops yourself with your hands, not clicking, not just, literally you in this unit and you're literally, it feels like you're actually touching the song. It's almost like vinyl. When you listen to something on vinyl, like if I hear something on vinyl, it gives me goosebumps because man. It's like music is in the room. Like it's in the room, not a click away, and I'm like, so you know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy. Some would say spiritual, like when you listen to vinyl.
Not really.
So
you're gonna get the real.
It's the same with the MP. It's always had that effect with creating music. It feels like you're like literally touching music. So that's always going to be the priority. That's
why it's so frustrating to me. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's so frustrating to me.
He's
talking about frustration. Like somebody just put in the comments, I'm like, yes, this. Put a Neve preamp in there. There you go. Put Neve in there. But no. So because
at this point, y'all need what's the genie off Aladdin?
Make my wish.
Everything.
Like for real. No, but for real. Listen to this. Check this. Because I see where the ball is going with this next generation, whether people realizing or paying attention or not. My kids listen to vinyl. They listen to cassettes and CDs. They're interested in the physical because they never grew up with it. They grew up on iPads and iPhone. Exactly. My son just came down here the other day and showed me an iPod, the OG iPod, scroll wheel, thumb scroll wheel he got.
Yes, sir.
He went and got that in 2026. And I said, why did you buy that? Man. He said, man, he said it's so cool. He was just going down all of the features. I'm like, I remember that. It wasn't that impressive, but okay. But he was so blown away by it because he never experienced it. He missed that era. You know what I mean? And so
Mm-hmm.
there's with all of this AI stuff that's going on, with all of this digital stuff that's going on, all of this stuff that's going on, we don't know what's real. We don't know what's like being able to touch something, like Yaahn just said. That's where the ball is going, and I'm gonna see where we're gonna be having this conversation 5 years from now. That's why I get so excited about it because I'm like, it gets you away from the box. It gets you into this, and it's a dope ecosystem, and it does almost everything that I wish. Just two
Yeah.
things. Just give me two things, and I'll leave y'all
Just
alone.
give them
But
100 more
it's
things, including 88.
I was saying like it's already paying tribute to like the writing is on the wall. It already is
yeah,
paying tribute to something bigger because we have the arranger now. So like that
yeah,
tells you a lot. The fact that you can sequence linearly now on the screen versus it just being a sequence format and then you had to get multiple sequences to make one song.
hmm
Put it in song mode. Now you can literally just record in a linear fashion.
yeah.
But I think there is writing on the wall for more urban um, support. You know, more
Yeah,
of the urban producer support because just the arranger alone says a lot. Because I'm like, dang, this is a DAW now. It really is
it
a
is. As
DAW.
soon as I saw
Uh,
that, that's what woke me up.
yeah,
Yeah, that's what
it's
woke me up
definitely
to it.
that. But I definitely, for me, the beauty of the MP has always just been the ease of use of that sequencer. It's the easiest,
Hmm
contrary to popular urban belief. The ones who know the OGs, we got grays in our head and beards. We know, like it is the best sequencer in the market. It's the simplest format to build quickly, effectively. You know, almost feels like you're not recording. You're creating. You're
I'm
not
just creating.
recording. You're in the moment. But yeah, definitely the sequencer is the main thing. I mean, any other reason to get the Live 3? I would say definitely the stuff I mentioned earlier, the step, the power. What else does this thing have? I mentioned the USB-C, the all the load times. Matter of
That's
fact,
yeah, yeah.
I can speak on that. First off, thank you, Sheridan. You tapped into something. You talk about the power going out.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
I had the 2000 XL. When the power went
Oh,
out
Lord.
and it came back on, the MPC takes 10 minutes. You gotta
That's
load
crazy.
all your sounds
It
and
was the first
sequences.
Chronos.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
It was called All Apps. All Apps
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
all
Yep.
apps. And so that was the way to when you turned it on, it automatically loaded up your drum programs and all of your sequences that you have saved. So that way you don't have to go in and
yeah,
manually load in everything. That process was a smooth, realistically in the real world, that process was about 3 minutes.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's Chronos time.
It's about a 3 minute wait time because you got to wait for it to load. And you talking about like megs. It's
Mm.
trying to do this to load
Yeah.
Megs, not gigs.
Megs.
megs, bro, not even gigs. Megs. So to go
Sheesh.
from that to literally opening up a Live 3, like even compared to the 1000 and the 2500, like
Oh,
to go up to a Live 3, the load time is laughable now.
so
Like,
I experienced that with the XL. Like
yeah,
even coming from the Key 61 to the XL, loading
yeah.
up like a preset, a stage piano, a drum kit, instantaneous, like
Yeah, it's
instant.
laughable now. It really
It's like
is.
instant.
Like
Yeah.
the sounds that would take forever to load, like the native instruments expansions and stuff,
hmm
that would take a good like almost like the 2000 XL, take
hmm
about a good
Uh-oh.
55 seconds for them jokers to load because the
Yeah.
files are so big because it's the expansion to
Yeah.
native.
Yeah.
Now them jokers load up like regular patches on the computer. It's just insane how fast that they can load up. So the load times are extremely fast. But I mean, for church, the Live 3 is OD. Like I would recommend for someone who's just gonna run loops, just get the One
Not
Plus.
one loops, but I would
Yeah.
say even not
Yeah,
just run loops, run your whole situation from it. if I was bringing an MP, if I was bringing a Live 3 to church, it would be the centerpiece. It would do the loops. I would have my sounds in there. I would have my layers. I'd have everything locked. I run it because it's got the power. This particular version,
It
maybe
has
you
the
can't get
power,
it with
but
a
I'm
Live 2, but
is
I
that
would
realistic
do
though?
that.
No,
I think it's
not.
realistic.
I
I'm gonna do
can
it.
speak.
I'm gonna get the Live 3. I'm gonna take it to church, and I'm gonna prove to y'all that y'all think, because y'all think I'm crazy, and I'm
It's
like, I
OD,
see
bro.
what
All
it
right,
is.
John. I'm waiting on the video, bro.
I'm gonna load the Royal Grand in there, the MKS20. I'm gonna put all my loops. I'm gonna run my stems. Yep.
Oh, bro.
And it's gonna be on battery power the whole service.
Yeah, and that's how you know he wilding, bro. That's how he asking for a crash, bro. Like he know he
man. It's
wilding right
gonna
now.
he gonna click off on that song. It's gonna be like no, but so let me ask this question. Since I'm talking about John for wanting more, and I just preached my whole sermon on simplicity. One issue that I did run into when I was making sounds in this Akai MPC Live 2 is, and I'll tell you why, or I'll tell you what I need, is that 4 voices in that doggone that synth. That was a tube synth. Yeah, the 4 voices took me
that
out.
was set up to be like a sub 37 almost type vibe. It's got 2 oscillators and a sub oscillator.
So and I get that, but yeah, the polyphony is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, so they make it like a real synth, like an OG analog synth.
But what I would prefer though, if you're gonna be an OG analog synth, at least give me 8. I'll take 8. 8 is cool, or 6, or 6. Let me do, you know what I'm saying? Let me do, this dude. Let me do, you know what I'm saying? Let me do just a fuller chord, but I mean, it doesn't have to be, it ain't got to be 10, 12, 16, 128. It ain't got to be all of that. I understand that they were going after the older style boards. But 4 is very limiting. 4 is very, very limiting. It's very limiting. And I mean, I get, again, when you get into the producer side, a lot of people playing 135, or they playing, lead lines, or even, just hits. And a lot of the things that matter to synth players don't matter to your traditional MPC player. But yeah, give me 8 though. Give me 8, and I think you'll open up the door. You'll crack the door to an additional market.
Yeah.
But not a deal breaker though.
I think that's a 2.0 instrument installment. So there's room, because they just got on 3.7.
Yeah, they just got on 3.7.
Okay. So
4.0 is around the corner.
Yeah, exactly. So
so
man,
we'll
that's a legacy. That's a legacy instrument right there at this point. That's crazy to say that now, which is insane.
That's funny.
Because it still feels new to me, and it's like, nah, that's old now.
So you're saying that there's synths in there? Well, are there stock synths in there that you don't have to look? I'm catering to the guys. Yeah. Because I ain't bought nothing Akai yet. I'm on my way. I think maybe possibly.
You got hype,
but you're saying
fabric.
You got hype, fabric. The mini
Op 6.
Yeah,
Op 4. OPX 4.
So I got hype. I got hype.
You got Odyssey.
Hype. That's all I got. I got Odyssey.
Yeah, now you have to buy the expansions. Dun, dun,
dun. But if you get,
and I mean,
the key,
I'm not allergic to spending
they come
money
with it.
on it.
Yeah, but I mean that's just that's like a need to know though for people that are for sure. Considering
depending on what model you buy, you get, like when I bought the 61, it came with all of the instruments pretty much unlocked. I didn't get like the new stuff they got, like their mini mini move joint they just did and all of that. I didn't get those.
See, they got the mini D, got Fabric XL.
Those didn't come on my unit.
Yeah, you got the organ now. You got Fabric.
The organ.
Organ.
Yeah. Then you got the Analog Dreams. That's pretty much the native stuff. Cloud Supply, Homage, Jura. The Jura is cold. Ain't gonna hold you. That's their version of the
Jura is dope. Yeah.
Jura ain't gonna. You gonna have fun with Jura. That's the expansion. Okay. The Jura's their take on the Juno. The Juno 6. Okay. Yeah, that's the Jura on here. And let me go to the.
They got the Mellotron. You was talking about that earlier, Sheridan. They got Mellotron.
I see that.
Yeah.
Fabric.
So I will say this, and Yaahn, don't judge me, Doc. Please don't judge me.
Please don't judge
So So I was in when I first got my Live 2, they had
Mhm.
just released 3.0. And I was like, all right, cool. Let me just update. You know what problem I ran into? I was using it for church. We
Yeah,
had to do the
bro.
blood. And I loaded the blood.
Yeah, you didn't have that time
You
signature
didn't
no
have that
more,
time
Doc.
It was
signature.
like do. I said, what's happening right now?
No
I
3.4, no
I couldn't
6.8.
use it the whole day. So I know they updated that. I
Yeah.
know they
Yeah, you can
updated
do
that,
meters now.
but I still couldn't load my old sound. So I gotta go and update it to 3.7. So in the 3.7, the point that I'm getting at, what is the significance? I don't know if you've been in earlier versions, but in the 3.7, what is the significance there? I mean, on and off the church scene, just the instrument itself.
For sure. We can start with one, the matrix. That's the first thing, the matrix view. Everybody will have access to that in 3 point. Well, actually, no. You have to buy the bundle pack, basically. You have to
Okay.
buy the bundle to get access to the newer functionality on, so you're not just gonna get 3.7 and just be straight. If you want
Okay.
all of these new joints, you have to get the pack. Let me look it up on the NPC
I know what
site.
you're
I don't
talking
know if
about,
they
though.
I'm not sure if they changed that or not,
It
but
depends, and again, it depends on what unit you get.
yeah. Now, if you're on the
Because
Live 3, you're good, you're
you're
Gucci.
good. Yeah.
But if you're like on the Live 2, like he's saying, I'm actually gonna go to refer to my own. It's called the MPC Pro Pack. So I gotta watch my own video for this.
That's hilarious.
I need to watch my own video and educate myself. The
Man.
link is in here. I just needed it to get the link. Or better yet, I could just go to the site. But you need the MPC Pro Pack if you're on
Yeah.
legacy MPCs.
$99.
MPC.
Yeah, somebody said it's the $99
Yeah.
pack.
Yeah, so
It's
that's how you really unlock the true power of
of 3.0.
MPC 3.7. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you
Okay.
get the new Fabric Select, you get the Air Visual EQ4, the Air Reverb Pro, the Air Utility plugin, which allows you to mono out different things or put everything in a different spatial spectrum, clip launching, the advanced CE playground, the advanced Q links to get access. So to be honest with you, 3.7 is not going to be the come up that you really are looking for. You're going to need that Pro
Okay.
Pack
You're gonna need the
to
Pro
get
Pack.
you. Yeah, you're going to need that, bro.
All of
How much?
the software.
How much is the Pro Pack?
The Pro Pack, my brother, is a smooth 91. Whoa.
Oh, they went up. Let me take 99 down.
They-
Somebody
they-
said 99.
Yeah,
They put a
MPC Pro
tariff on
Pack.
the software.
They said they get
It went
199.
up. 199.
Amen.
Okay.
Amen.
So correction,
MPC
199.
199 now. Yeah, MPC Pro Pack upgrade is 199. MPC Pro Pack upgrade is available for MPC Live, Live 2, MPC X, XSE, MPC 1, 1 Plus, 37, and Key 61 Force, and Desktop 3.6 Beta. So so that's that. Now this actually includes the MPC software itself. Now the MPC software 3.6 is 99 upgradable. So if you want all of it combined with the software, so you don't have to get that separate, then you can just do it all for one. I think that's why it went up, is because they're including.
Somebody said it was the holiday sale.
Yeah, it
Okay.
was. It was the holiday sale, so it's 199 now. So that's the true upgrade for your situation. Now, if you just need to fix your sequences, then just doing 3.7 should get you straight, because that's where we got the time correction now up here. Yeah, on the right hand corner. So yeah.
Well, I went back down to 2. I went back down to 2.5.
A lot of people did, and to talk about that for a second, this is more on the controversy of the legacy producer MPCs users. A lot of people didn't like the 3.0 update because it got rid of the program system that just got wiped out completely. So you basically, with a program, you can have track 1, but in track 1, it could have 100 different programs to choose from. It could be drums, it could be 808s, keys, whatever. It would be in a program. What that allowed you to do is to test out different drum kits on a song, like, oh, I don't like this one, let's try this one instead. And so it would confuse people because they would go to track one and they would think the corresponding program would be to track one, when in actuality it's like, no, that's not it. You have to actually select which program you want to use for track one. Track two, same thing. So it was kind of confusing, but for us, it made perfect sense because I'm like, yo, I got like 5 kits and I want to load all of them up and I want to be able to test it out and be like, no, let me try this one. No, oh yeah, that's the one right here. And then I can go to the next track and do the same thing. Now everything is 1-to-1. So track one is just drums, just this. If you want to add a layer, you got to go to track 2 and then get you're like a DAW. So that legacy workflow sort of, put a damper on a lot of performers and a lot of legacy users. And so there was that, controversy. I sort of stand in the middle because I understand the value of both. But what I do like to see is being able to teach the next person 3.0, and they're able to catch on to 3.0 faster than they are with the 2.0 system.
Yeah.
So it is bringing in a new demographic of people to help their business continue, because if they continue to satisfy us and we're not buying nothing new, they're gonna go bankrupt. Ask Native Instruments about it. So so there's that bit of advice. So if you're a older MPC user and you run into a problem like our boy did, if you're using it for church or a set thing where it has its function, I wouldn't recommend upgrading it to the latest software. If you are fortunate enough to have a second unit do everything on your personal unit, but not for your work stuff, because you will get messed up. You will have that the blood still works or something like that.
It won't work.
His blood will work in 4/4 only.
Speaking of teaching, I'm putting it in the chat now for everyone to check out. Your boy, the Rev Yhunter, has a full on Key 37. Well, not just Key 37, just MPC Key, like masterclass.
The software.
On the software. He covers everything that we've been talking about and then some. And I put it in there. He didn't ask me to do this at all. I just literally thought of it as he was talking about teaching. He was literally teaching at that moment. And I was like, you know what? The Rev got a whole class. Let me help the chat out who might be interested. Y'all go grab that class. And he's got some other stuff. Logic, I would click and show the website, but I might mess up. Let me see if I can
the scene
bring it as an overlay.
The scene is in jeopardy, Rev.
I don't mess the scene up. But like we'll bring it up on the screen this way. I'll just add an overlay. Just add it as an overlay. And we'll bring it over here on top of here. And
I appreciate it, Rev.
Just give him a little love. So he's got masterclass on Key 37, but it covers the entire, look at that, overview of everything. So if you guys are interested, apart from even the knobs and all of that stuff, he's going to cover like all of the software stuff. 40 lessons.
Yeah.
I'm just now looking at this. Is my first time looking at this. And he giving you free drums and free bass.
Yeah, it's all included.
$149. Look, y'all just got that tax money. Y'all just go ahead. Yeah. Look at these reviews. And he got reviews.
5-star reviews, Doc. 5-star.
5 stars. So yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So make sure y'all go check that out. That's something to show some love. And apart from that, he ain't asked me to do this. I'm just doing this just because. Let me just go ahead and just jump in. Just show he showed up today to show us some love. So we'll show him some love. He's got the subsequent 37 preset pack, which works for, I think I had it loaded up in here. the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you got it on the
37.
MPC?
He got an
Yeah.
EPC pack, bro. Listen to this.
Ah,
Sub Dilla
Yeah, it's
bass.
on there now.
come on, Hunter.
Yes, sir. It is now available.
He's got leads. These are some of the basses. I'm just pulling them up. Wow, lead.
Shit.
This is called Zap Was Right. Oh yeah, Zap Bounce. So how many? It's like what 40 bass
Yes. Yeah, it's a lot of them
for the
on
MP.
there. It's
It's right
Yep.
there. Go grab it. Then you got
Yeah,
his
we
drums.
recently made that update.
Yeah. So y'all go support him for that. I appreciate the Rev showing up. I'm all about support. Let me put just the whole site, because even if you don't find any value from the MP, you can find something there that you can use. This dude got like 87 products for every DAW imaginable. Every
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Yes, sir.
Y'all go grab.
Appreciate it,
Hey, and
bro.
I will
Y'all
say,
go to the website and grab that.
since we talking bro up, I will say again, I always got to reference this our first business encounter.
Oh,
was doing
snap.
Loop Community
Loop
tracks.
Community.
Oh, Loop Community is where it's just all when we all.
But nah, Yaahn, of course, if you're familiar with Yaahn, you're familiar with Yaahn. Yaahn does some great mixing work too. So I mean, he really knows his stuff when it comes to these worlds of making music and making music sound great. So yeah, take him seriously. And then I still got I got Yaahn 1.0 though. I got when you used to do the flips on the church tracks, Doc. Like that,
Oh, yeah.
what is that? Lord, you
Most
are good.
definitely. Yes,
yeah.
sir.
Yeah.
That's what made me
So-
grab him and put him on Loop Community, because I was like, bro, like, come on here and make some of this money.
Yeah, it's.
Come
I mean,
on,
it's
man.
but definitely a long-standing history with doing this. So, man, it's good to see. It's good to see you where you are, man, and making these products, man.
I'm just like,
brother.
dang. You know, this nigga
Yeah.
got stems cut. He got, look at this. We just talking about.
Oh
stems.
yeah, hey, and I ain't even we talking you up, brother. I just told my brother I'm not a gatekeeper. I just told my brother on the phone call before we got on this live. I'm not a gatekeeper, man. And I've listened to your other projects. The process.
Oh, that
Hey,
was the
man,
record of all records.
I'm
bro.
not
I
gonna
still
hold you,
rock
bro.
that.
Do yourself
my
a favor.
playlist.
I'm not gonna hold you. And if you know me, you know I'm a music critic.
Yeah.
Hear me?
Man.
I'm a music critic to the T. That doggone process, that joint, that is a great record. Go listen to
man.
that record. That is a great record, man. Really, honestly, got
Definitely one
some
of my
crazy
favorites.
collabs. I'm like, how this dude got all these collabs on it? This
Bro,
dude's
he
rich.
was
Oh, man.
smacking. He was in the bag. He was in the spirit on the Lord's Day.
Yeah,
man,
it's a
that's a
blessing,
great record
brother.
for sure.
Blessing. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. No, that was God's favor album for sure. God's favor, man, because that was birthed out of a lot going on, man. Like I was in therapy at the time, just coming out of therapy, actually. Just my whole world was like upside down. Like it was a very it was the process of becoming. It was the process, man. So the favor is on that one, man. That was the year of a lot of connections and pulling on a lot of threads that I developed over the years. And so everyone understood the assignment. They knew that the record wasn't about me, that it was about doing the Lord's work. So for sure.
Well, you definitely did it, Rev. You locked
Yeah,
it
man.
in heavy.
Yep, absolutely.
That's just where it is. But no, that's I love this, man. I love having these conversations, locking in with my brothers, and we have these conversations all day, every day,
All day,
anyway,
every day.
without a mic in front of our face.
Right.
I called Sheridan, would call me out of the blue. Hey, man, I was messing around on my Phantom this morning. I'm like, oh, man.
Always the Phantom or the V stage.
Or the V stage or whatever.
It's been
whatever
Nord here lately, though.
Nord.
It has been the not the big backs. Dang, my bad, Mike.
Big back.
The Red Boys.
The Red Boys. See, there go
definitely
Mike
the Red Boys
again, like
everybody
changing
love.
our whole vernacular. This dude always somewhere talking up, messing everybody's
Yummy Big
vernacular up.
Macs.
Yammy Big
Yeah.
Backs. I know you probably watch it right now. Yeah, Yammy
What's
Big
good,
Backs.
Mike?
I know, right?
What's good,
He
big
gonna
bro?
call me after the stream. I know he. Hey, man, I just got off. You got off watching your video, man. Y'all was talking real
But
good about this. But nah, man,
Yeah.
it's where it is. And then Yaahn, of course, the Rev knows where it is. We talk about everything from music to life to taxes, student
Man,
loans,
that's
bro.
funny. That's
kids.
funny.
I be calling him like, Rev, she just got a tattoo. Lord, she just got a tattoo. Help me.
Kids.
Kids.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
Lord. Going through it. But that's what it's about, man. I love bringing these type conversations to the light, so we can like just talk about these things in our community, because this type of stuff, these type of conversations aren't having. Like, we have them. We talk in the barbershop talk, offline. But I'm like, yeah, let's bring it online. Let's just talk shop about this stuff. We talk about this stuff anyway, and I'm pretty sure the
Yeah.
community has the same opinions that we have, and then some. And it's just a vibe, and I love doing it. And so I really appreciate you guys. Let me see. Somebody asked a couple of things. We get out of here.
Yeah, I was gonna
Somebody
say,
asked a
anybody got any
question.
questions?
If I can get this to where I can read this, I'm gonna put it above Sheridan's head. Yaahn is the man that have all his products, including all his courses, and I'm learning to be Yaahn too. Which encourages us to do. Thanks, Yaahn, for giving us. Oh, you just showing some love. Let's see if
I
we got any
appreciate it.
questions or comments or what have you. We got Aloha from Hawaii. This what's up.
Come on now.
Here's a question. It says, if you know where to buy the MPC, could I get some of this sounds in Logic Pro and how to do that? And if that's the case, you definitely gonna have to
How to get
defer to the Rev on that.
how to get the sounds from the MPC into Logic. Like just
Yeah.
so if you just want sounds from the MPC, you can literally use it as a interface. First off,
Mm-hmm.
you can use that as the source of sound for everything, your DAW, your whatever, your computer. It's an actual interface, so that's one way you can get it in there. If you want to try to go a vintage route, you can always use audio cables going into a different interface or mixer where you have audio outputs 1 and 2 going into your DAW or via another interface. If you want to go that route, you can. um, I've done a video on how to go back and forth, how to use the MPC as a sound module in your DAW, or how to use your DAW as a sound module to go into your MPC. I've got a video on how to do that both ways. If you're interested in that, it's on my channel on YouTube. Now, if you just want to sample it, then you would sample it any other way. Just get hold the note out and then drag it and drop it into a Logic sampler instrument.
Yeah, and I think somebody else said that that was rent stems to do live shows, possibly being another option for those who don't use Ableton. I think we talked about that earlier and kind of
So
covered.
yeah, but we need to reiterate because people will buy it and then get frustrated when they find out it's going to be something else. You can use it to run your stems like Ableton, but the process is not going to be the same at all. The MPC functionality is a load in process. Anything that you put on the MPC is currently not drag and drop unless you're using the software. Now, if you're using this as a standalone, any type of stems that you put in, you're going to have to hit load and load it into a empty track. And that's in the matrix view as well. You can go into the matrix view, which is this button over here. And in your clips, you can't see the screen, but you'll see it on your side. In the clips, you got the, in the clips, you can literally load in information into the clips. You can load in, so let's do a new audio track. So like for here, you can press and then hold. It's not reading my thumbprint at the current moment, probably because I got it sitting up like this. But yeah, you could basically do that. You can, oh, sorry, that's on the bar functionality. Let me stop it. But basically on a blank spot right here. Here we go. You could tap and hold, hit create, and then you gotta in that you have to go into and actually load something into this clip. So that's a different workflow. So it's not going to be pretty like load. So that's why I said let's reiterate what this looks like in real time. You're going to have to actually go into your menu and manually load in the audio tracks. So keep that in mind if you want to run stems.
But it can be done. It's just a process. And I think I saw your video on that. You had a full joint where you talked about clip mode and all of that, and how like you literally did it in real time. I watched that joint the other day, and I was like, I was trying to get some inspiration before I jumped in and did my video, and I was like, let me check out what Yaahn did. And I remember seeing that
for
video.
Sure.
So it's definitely there. Somebody said put Shawnway sounds in the MPC Key 61. So that's 37. You got to
say less.
You got work to do.
Say less.
He said tomorrow.
Say
put it in there.
Listen,
man.
Say less, Doc. Say less. I know who it is. That's yes, sir. I got you. That's my brother.
Yeah. Somebody said
Terrence, what up, brother?
Said I saw Jermaine. I'm assuming he's talking about Jermaine Dupree, discussing going back to the MPC now. DAW, thoughts from y'all? Anybody think that using an MPC will become more of a thing versus starting on a DAW?
It's always been that way.
Yeah.
It's always been the first place. It's the first touch. It's the first touch. For a lot of, especially Jermaine Dupree, if you look at his videos, if you follow him on Instagram, he has now the XL, but he's got at the time the XSC right in front of him with a table, with a DJ turntable, so he can sample, chop it up and start sequencing immediately. And then a lot of the guys like Jermaine Dupree as well as Zaytoven, they're not finishing the project. Yeah, they're not finishing the project in the MPC. They got it rigged to Pro Tools. So they have all the individual outputs already routed into separate audio tracks in Pro Tools. So whenever the time comes, they're recording into Pro Tools right away. So there's still going to be a use of some DAW, but using the MPC DAW can be redundant. Like I was doing that in Logic. I was using the MPC DAW and Logic at the same time, so I could route in, but it can become redundant. So it's actually easier now to just use the MPC standalone and then run that. Yeah, it's definitely.
Pretty much. Yeah, it's pretty much. And then when you put your MP in controller mode, it literally looks like you're still working in standalone. You know what I'm saying? And you can literally continue working right here as if, and without even looking at the screen, and keep building in the same fashion. Which again, that's my frustration. I'm not gonna start back down. I'm gonna leave it alone. Y'all got me.
Now you can use your third parties in you can use your third party in the DAW,
but it's just
you can do that in the MPC.
Why? Just make it a controller. Just make it a controller at that point. If that's what it's about, just make it a controller. That's just I digress.
Yes, man. Next thing you know, we're gonna see you on advertisements smashing MPCs.
Oh yeah, man. You about to see it probably tomorrow. I got some joints loaded up for my pack.
Loaded up.
Listen, and you gonna be on an island, because one thing this instrument is relevant, Doc. It's still relevant.
Oh, it's more relevant. I told you, I love it so much that I want more out of it that it can give me. That's
with 15 keyboards behind you.
Amen. Does, I just love it so much. This would just become furniture, just for the vision, just for the look. Just let me stay right here. That's how much I love it. So I'm not showing it hate. I'm showing it.
It's funny because you see Yahn's room. I see a Key 37 and a subsequent 37 behind him with what is that? A montage? With a montage.
Modi X.
A Modi X. And listen, man, that's how you know. My pastor always says, how much is enough? Just a little bit more. That's what you want on that board. They're gonna do all of that stuff, and you're gonna be like, all right, now make it sing to me.
Yeah.
I mean, but Right. It's funny what he's
no
asking
vocalist.
is
No.
he's asking the Prophet 5 to be a Nord at this point. Like
Hello.
you
Hello.
get the Prophet 5 because you want the Prophet 5 sounds,
Yeah,
Right.
I
and
love it. I just love it. I really do. I love the workflow. It's a buzzkill when you're in the vibe and you're building something and then you hit a limit, whether it's, oh, I hit the 16 track limit or I hit the VST limit. I
you
can't,
know what they had
what
to
I
do,
can
right?
do. What's that?
So my challenge for you is to take on the challenge that we had. We
Uh-huh.
overcame those by figuring a way out. Well, I don't
Uh-huh.
have
Hello.
that, so how do we do it? And again, that's what made the NPC
Oh,
so
I've
dope.
looked at all of the scenarios. I can plug I can run my computer into the preamp. I can do what you
It's,
used to do with the phone. Just get the little thing, just run
Hang
it, and
up,
just pull my
John.
little VSTs up over here,
Hang up,
and
John.
then I can MIDI. I can
yeah.
MIDI it out into the computer through the standard MIDI into the thing, and so that way all I got to do is pull up just an external MIDI track, and then I can play it. It's gonna trigger it out to the thing, trigger it back in, record it on an audio track. I know I'm a nerd. I can figure it out. I just don't want to do it. I just don't want to do it. I want to stay right here. I love it
Amen.
that much. That's just
Well,
me.
see,
Amen.
well, now you got the transfer back and forth now, so you got the
Yeah,
Type C on your XL.
that's
Yeah.
cool.
So
And
Hey, that's a
I'm looking
game
forward to
changer, man.
experimenting
That
more
is a
with that
game.
because that is it
Man, listen,
does take perception.
Yamaha.
He said,
Yamaha.
"Not looking at your
Yamaha.
Yamaha."
Please take notes. Please take
yeah,
notes. Nord.
Oh
Nord,
yeah,
Redboard Nord. Please take notes.
yeah,
USB C audio and everything else. All
Mhm.
information.
yep,
One
in and out.
cable.
Yeah.
Yep.
Y'all taking
USB
too
C is
long.
just where it's at, and
Y'all
that's what
taking
I
too
agree.
long.
I agree. It's just what it is. A couple of things, more things we're gonna get out of here. We ain't gonna prolong the time. It's almost 6 p.m. Somebody said, "What is your preamp chain DI box out of the MPC?" I just go direct in. Do you got a specific chain that you're using, like Yaahn or something
I'm just
for
going straight
yours?
to the X32. It's straight to my X32,
Yeah.
and then but you can check out my big brother EA Ski. He actually just dropped his preamp. And he's really been showcasing that. You can just go to EA Ski on social media or
Oh,
whatever, and then tap in with him. He just dropped his preamp that he couples with the MPC.
nice.
You will
Like an actual
get
preamp.
a better yes, outboard gear
Nice.
that you put in the rack. Yeah, he just dropped that, and it's amazing too.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, that would be a good option. I'm only going to plug people that I know that deserve it in terms of like the investment. But it's really dope. He got his own signature EA Ski preamp. He launched
That's
it at
dope.
NAMM actually,
I missed that.
and yeah, it
That's
sounds
dope.
amazing, man. He did a heck of a job.
Dope.
So I would look into that.
That's super dope. And then,
Guitar pedals too, preamps. I mean,
oh yeah,
guitar pedals or any type of pedals will also help you out a lot. A lot. I have the it's not a pedal, but it's a machine, but it's by Roland. It's the SP404,
oh the 404,
and
yeah.
yeah, and that's another good way to go. You can go out of your MPC into the 404, get some saturation from there. They got some really good plugins. That's also outboard gear as well, the 404. I'll take a second to get it, but y'all go ahead.
No, that's good. That's good. Somebody said so many of you offer Nord sounds for the MPC. Yeah. Yeah, we working on well, I got a pack that I did. I showed Yahn's pack earlier. I actually just released my own expansion for the MPC. It's got 25 different sounds. Crap like that.
Crap.
Yeah, crap.
Crap. That's good.
Got that kind
Just
of
sound
stuff.
good.
This was called Weird Square.
The
I got a
reverb
bunch of
feedback
stuff.
is kind of crazy a little bit.
It is the
Yeah.
reverb.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
it's got a
feedback is
bunch
kind
of
of
crazy stuff on it.
You can put that on your 88 key
I want
MPC
that.
key.
That's what I said. The piano is cold.
You know I ain't never gonna let up on that, John.
Yeah, he messed himself up. He messed himself up.
Yeah, that's all good. I got y'all. So I got like 25 sounds. I'm not gonna try to hawk that to you guys. If you want to check it out, link is in the description. I even threw y'all some drums in there for the ones that want drums. There's drums in there.
Come on, Doc. Glory
So
of the
there's
Lord.
drums in there.
Rise among
You so
us.
stupid. So stupid.
Churchy.
So get that if you're interested.
Hey.
The link is in the description. 25 sounds plus my custom drum kit. Like I said, I'd much rather you guys go support my other brothers on the stream. I don't try to. I've been extremely blessed. I just do this stuff for the love of it. But Yaahn and Shanwei, they are gracious enough to come on the platform and share knowledge, wisdom, information. They love the game as much as I love it, and they do amazing run. Yaahn is the chief of the apostles, with 165,000 people across every platform that he got.
Doc, you got a mega church, Reverend. You got a mega church.
He got an African church. That's what he got. He got
I got a storefront.
Bro,
and so you guys make sure y'all go support them. Make sure y'all go support them, their products, their platforms. If you don't follow Yaahn, I don't know why you not. You probably are in all of that whole thing. But if you are, Yaahn, give them your socials so they can follow you, just in case they ain't following you. I know they are.
Oh, that's good, man. At the letter Y, my last name, Yhunter, and music all ran together. So Y Yhunter Music on all social media platforms is where you can find me at. And this is the device that I mentioned earlier. This is the SP404. Yeah, you can use this for Outboard. Believe this or not, this serves as like a pedal, effects board, all of that. Saturation, distortion, chorus, delays, real verify that you can do in real time, all of that. That's all in the 404. So I do recommend this as a neighboring unit to have alongside your MPC if you're into the nerdy stuff, or if you want to perform your beats.
I'm gonna stay away from it because I'll mess around and get it, and I'll be like, Rev, you need to put some need preamps in this.
No, you gonna want them to make that an 88.
I need
88 keys. Just make this, but with 88 keys.
With 88 keys.
With the felts in them. The felts.
Yes, please. Yes, do that. Yeah, I need to stay away from. I have to pick my battles because I promise.
We got to change the name. It ain't keys and conversations.
It's 88 keys and conversations. I'm done.
How many? You gotta be specific,
88.
Shanwei, give them your stuff, man, so they can follow you, bro.
So I'm not as streamlined as my brothers, but on Instagram, like I said 15 times. Instagram is Sheridan, SHERIDEN Shanwei at Sheridan Shanwei. And on YouTube is Shanwei Music and Tech. It is SHANWI. Holla at your boy.
Yeah,
and all my products and stuff like that, links in the bio. Y'all got it.
Yeah, make sure y'all know he's got some dope packs for like the Phantom, Zencore stuff. He's V Stage, and he's gonna get that pack at MPC pack.
That's
pretty sure. That's
I got one more sound, and then I'm strategically putting together a kit. I cater a lot more towards church, just because that's that's all of our foundation. I ain't even gonna lie.
That's what we are.
But I'm still there. That's where my heart is, and we all we all stay tapped in for sure. But I've realized in having this conversation, and talking again about just the MPC as of late with these new releases, that we still have a lot of people who use the MPC in church, So I'm gonna do something for y'all. I'm gonna make a couple of kits for you guys, and I'm going to make some loops for you guys, so you don't have to go pulling out your phone and using the same loops in 25 billion different churches. I sound like I'm hating. I'm not, I promise, but I got y'all. So look out for me. Promise.
That's dope. And y'all, if y'all watching this and y'all not following your boy, y'all hadn't hit the subscribe button yet, and you watching this, then that's a problem. Go ahead and do that. Because like I said, you watching me. Go ahead, hit the like button and the share button. All of those things.
Always
like
feel like somebody's
they doing you. They're doing you like
dirty.
TikTok Rev. They see you live, but they don't actually tap the screen to join the live. They just watch you from the explore page, but they're not in the live.
No, get on in, tap in. Tap in. I'll let you go. I'm trying to get. He got his plaque blocked by that live 3. Drop that live 3 real quick. Drop that live 3.
Oh, yeah.
Just get it out the way. Just pull it on out. That's what I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get that.
Set
it up.
I mean, forgot it was there, bro.
No, I see it every time I call you.
Dang, there we go.
I'm trying to get it there. You don't know how close I am.
That mug is a mirror.
I'm at I'm getting close to 70,000. I just need 100.
Rev, you about to
listen.
100 is around the corner.
It's been around the corner for like 5 years. Because y'all be watching it and y'all ain't subscribing.
Give the invitation, Doc.
Y'all come on and hit the follow, subscribe button on y'all way.
John, to you.
And we're gonna tap in with y'all later. We appreciate y'all. This is Keys and Conversations. I'm sure we'll be back. Kenny will probably be back on the next one, cussing everybody out. So we'll see.
No, he won't. Kenny's reformed. We love you.
You said he's being reformed.
He is reformed.
Well, we're gonna talk to you guys on the next one. We appreciate y'all. We out. Holla at your boy.